Now comes a very fun part of the process, which is laying out the paints on your palette. And most people like to see how I do this. As I have said, there is no one way to do it, but I would suggest that you have a color system. I'm going from the yellows and kind of around, and always do it in the same way because then you know where your paint is. So I have started with that light Hansa lemony yellow. I moved on to a cadmium deep yellow, the important orange, cadmium red light, and this is, as you can see, my tube is a little bit well used. It is the cadmium red, and I'm going to put some Purell red next to it so you can see there is a little difference in color. The Purell red is a much brighter shade, so if you have both, that's great. If you don't, it probably will not be as important. Now, for some reason, I always put my Quinacridone Cedron magenta in this corner, and then I can go to it. To me, it is the turning point between your reds and your blues, your purple shade. And I'm putting the alizarin next to it just because I know it will be there. Coming down the right side of my palette, then I like to put the blues, and I'm going to start with the most purple blue first, this French ultramarine blue, and you can see what a lovely shade it is. We're outdoors, and I think that is ideal for this. Cobalt blue, and you can get a good idea of how different those are. Your cerulean blue is moving into a more turquoise type shade, and if you really want a turquoise, you will probably be mixing it. Some of this phthalo blue, which is very dark on here, but you'll see what it does when you mix it with paints. And you can actually add a little bit of the green, phthalo green, down here at the bottom, which I'm hoping is showing up on the camera. And it will turn your dark blue, your blue more of a turquoise shade. And really, that is just about all the colors that I am laying out. The only other one I put in is my yellow ochre, or in this case it's a yellow oxide, over here by my yellows. But to me, it means that we're moving down into a brown shade. Now you want to have a healthy dollop of white. And you know, sometimes I will just put in 2 big dollops because I know I'm going to need to start mixing some colors over there. And this is actually, I'm using some white gesso for now, but I will want white acrylic paint for later on. And because it's still quite bright outside and I'm going to start painting a little bit later, I am going to put a lid on it, and I know that it will be ready for me when I'm ready.